Well, it's Tuesday. Is it Tuesday? Yeah, already. Really? How are you this morning? 98 Chevy 1500. We gotta throw a fuel pump in that. We looked at that in the previous video. Did a tune up on it. The fuel pump's getting a little weak. We're up to 9 below this morning. 57 in the shop. It actually got a little chilly in here last night because the wood boiler kind of burned down. Wood boiler ran its guts out last night because it got windy. Now we're bringing her back up to temp. Now we can throw the heat exchanger on her and get her up to temp. 57 in here is not bad, really. It's not that bad. So, that thing, I'm just going to let it warm up a little bit. It's kind of cold yet. I just brought it in a little bit ago. It's not all snowy and stuff, but it's kind of nice to work on them when they're warm. I'm just saying. Maybe I'll get going out before too long, before that starts thawing out and raining down on top of me when I'm standing underneath there trying to get the fuel tank out. I don't know if I can get the fuel tank out of these on this hoist, so I might have to do it on the ground. We'll find out. Super Pug. I know it's been a hot minute since we've kind of focused and talked about this. So, a bunch of things that got to get going on this thing, and a bunch of rehabbing that has to happen. First of all, the cooling system doesn't work. This thing overheats. The hydraulic system doesn't work correctly. It cavitates and whines for a multitude of reasons. Now, I cut a bunch of stuff apart when I took the hydraulic tank off, which we're fixing over there. That's almost done. The exhaust, if you recall earlier videos, you got the seat and then that big shroud that comes up and covers everything, just captures all the exhaust. Melted all the wire harnesses because that heat can't get out of the engine compartment, contributing to the overheating problem. Part of the overheating problem is all this restriction. We're going from hose that size to fittings that size in there and expecting it to cool. That's not going to work. And then we have all these tight turns, bends of all these fittings. Coolant's got to flow. It's got to have a flow, and it doesn't have no flow, so we got to figure all that out. It's got some electrical problems. It's got a whole, but the concept is there. I got paint for it. So, yeah, this is going to be a fun one. This is less of a fix and more of a complete reconstruction, but we'll figure it out. So let's clean up a couple more things around here, and we're going to get into that a little bit, and then we'll dive back into this thing, get this done for the customer so I can return it to them hopefully today. I got other customers showing up yet today too, I believe. They want to bring me their own parts, which, whatever. I can sell them to you cheaper than you're going to buy them from the parts store for, but hey, live and learn. Not bad for one hand, huh? Okay, so there's a couple of bolts down underneath that support this bracket in the back. We'll get the exhaust off. Well, if we look down in here, see if this light works from the side. That bolt there, this the body of this pump housing is in line with the bolt. It's hard to see from that angle, maybe from this angle, but you can't quite get a socket on it. Same with this one over here, you can't get a socket on it. So rather than have to pull this entire assembly out, we're going to take and clearance that housing just a little bit. That way, if there's future repairs that need to be done, Jesus, that light's bright, it'll be a lot easier to access. We'll just have to get in there with a carbide burr and the die grinder and remove a little bit of material. Now we got some heat building that boiler out there. We're gonna turn that heat exchanger on and recoup some heat in here. It's 58 right now, but so we took the carbide burr we got from Chad Beauchamp on the members only live stream. I did the I got glitter bombed on the members only, so if you haven't seen, you don't have a membership, now's your opportunity. So we took that, and as you can see the pieces and the little fragments, but now I can get a socket in there, but I'm going to need 2 hands to get that out, so, but we have clearance. So as we sit and think about this, there's not enough room for heat to dissipate off that muffler. That's why it melted these wire harnesses, but our only alternative is to create a manifold that's going to come out and across and bring the exhaust down here. But this will have to be relocated, this harness and this air cleaner. It can be moved to where in this area or up there. The radiator may need to be moved as well. I don't believe that this is your water pump. I don't think that has the ability and the capacity to push coolant up high enough into that radiator to actually cool the system off. So I think it's a flawed system to begin with, much like many things on this. For you guys that aren't familiar, I will do an update and recap kind of video on this thing and see if I have any pictures that I can put in there, but I'll do that in a separate video. We got plenty of things to do today, and this is kind of a day in the life, so we'll try to do a separate video of it, but we're ripping and tearing. All right, well, I wanted to raise this 98 Chev pickup up. Fuel tank has been replaced recently, so that was a bonus. I don't know if they installed a new fuel pump or not, but it is not working correctly, so I guess that has to be addressed either way. But I did notice, see all this here? Well, you got a little bit of a pinion seal leaking, so it never ends and it never fails. We're continually finding work to do. I'll have to call and see if I can get a pinion seal for that yet this afternoon. Fuel pump's installed. They didn't have a seal for today, so I'll have to get it back again, but I topped it off. She could probably make it till her next oil change. She doesn't drive it that very far, so I think it'll make it till its next oil change. But when I'm in the pub, I'll just take a look. Or if I'm passing through town, I'll just take a peek underneath, see if it's dripping. Otherwise, let's go take this thing for a test drive and see how it drives now. And here's the fuel pump. Registers the same as it did before, quarter of tank, so that's a good sign. Boy, she fires right up. Well, I gotta admit, the garage door opener is nice. It's a little slower than what I'd like, but it's still faster than me jumping in and out of the vehicle, so I like to just make sure it closes all the way before I back up, take off, especially if it's this cold out. So we'll set that there. Try not to leave it in the customer's vehicle. In a past life when I was a Ford tech, I may have done that a couple of times. One time it took a whole year to come back. More than a year. 14, 16 months, something like that. Squatch would remember exactly. Probably to the day and the hour. He's got a idiotic memory like that. Wood stove check? Yeah, let's do a wood stove check while we're driving by. Why not? Fuck it. Okay, getting low on the firewood situation. We're gonna have to get into the big rounds. 159, that's not too bad. Oh yeah, real good. There's plenty there to make it through the test drive, and when we come back, we'll throw some wood in the stove and figure out what we're gonna work on next. If this thing's fixed, let's go find out. Problem was before it hesitated on going down the road. It was hesitating, and then I got rid of that by doing the tune-up. Then when I was in the pub the other night, she had mentioned that it would die randomly backing up. Cold start in the morning, it would die on her. Well, I want to go see if we took care of that, because the fuel pressure low issue has didn't seem too bad, but for the drivability part, but that cold start in the morning and backing up and all that stuff. So we'll find out. We're starting to get some pretty impressive snowbanks along the road out here. If we get any significant drifting, we could it drifts in pretty good. You can see the township's done a nice job winging it back, but not there. 5 foot back there. We've got some snow this year, that's for sure. Still a lot of tree damage. I don't think a lot of these trees will ever come back, especially once they put a canopy on. If they put a canopy on, they'll pull them down even more. This thing just drives great. Give her a little acceleration and away you go. So get up and run. Back home, on to the next task. Fill the wood boiler. That's the next task. Well, I haven't decided what I'm putting back in here yet. I do have to run some errands quick before it's 2 o'clock. We got a meeting to go to at 5:30. Dinner, meeting, whatever you want to call it. Beer, food, conversation. I'm going to call it a meeting today. Feeling sophisticated. I don't go to many meetings. I probably should. Anyway. But, that was a warped sense of humor, Rick. We're going to chuck some wood in this thing quick, because the wind is going to kill your battery in a hurry, so we're going to go real fast, and then you'll stay warm. So spread your legs and watch. Wait, what? Yeah, chuck a couple of big bastards in here. Ouch. Fingers. Yeah. Okay. That should last for a bit. $161. That'll do. Let's see if we can get old Blue to start. We'll take old Blue to run errands. There you are. Come on, you old girl. Put my fucking hood back up. It's cool out here. I'm gonna say that's just sitting on the dirt funny. Sitting on a lump of dirt. Mostly because I just don't want to put air in the fucking tire. Oh, it thought about not. Loyal. Just getting loyal. Okay, so I'm gonna pick up my caterpillar hat here a minute. I'm gonna show you why. So I got a fat head. So here's the problem. When my hood's up, that fucking thing comes unlatched. Because when I have it latched, there isn't enough of the tag to go in the retainer. So now when I turn my head to the left, it unbuckles it. It gets a little cammed up in my hood. So I like the snapback. Snapback! For that purpose anyway. Still both nice hats. So, nice hat, Rick. Appreciate you, Nathan. Well, guys, I don't know how much of a day I've gotten for you on footage. I haven't been keeping track, but it is what it is. It's Tuesday. They got a customer's vehicle sitting right out there running. That's got to get brought in here so it can warm up so I can work on it tomorrow morning. We're off to our meeting. I mean, food, beer, and people. That sounds like a meeting to me. I still have cleaning up to do, but fuck it. That's what tomorrow's for. You guys have a great night, great day tomorrow, great rest of your week. I don't know when you're gonna see this, so happy day, happy trails. Like and subscribe, ask questions if you want to know more, and grab a membership. They're $5 for fuck's sake. For fuck's sake.